going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of CryptoRuff, where we demystify cryptocurrency every single day. Jumping right in, taking a look at the markets today. We see Bitcoin at a minus 2.3%. Why is that? Just a little bit of a correction, still floating over the $18,000 price, coming back down, correcting, going a little bit sideways from that $20,000 all-time high. Something I want to talk about today, Bitcoin Cash. If we look at Bitcoin Cash, it just crossed the $1,000 mark a few weeks ago, and now it's already floating above that $2,000 mark. In fact, it is $2,500 per Bitcoin Cash coin, with a total volume being traded in the last 24 hours of $2,640,000,000, with a market cap of $42 billion. We see an incredibly bullish uptrend going on here. Let's go ahead and take a look at the chart for Bitcoin Cash. Here in the last 7 days, we did see a few spikes and then a correction, and now we see it setting those bullish higher highs and higher lows up to its all-time high of about 2,522. Really awesome to see that for Bitcoin Cash. I haven't been a fan, but looking at these stats, it's starting to change my heart a little bit about Bitcoin Cash. For those of you wondering what Bitcoin Cash is, I've received a few comments the past couple days asking for a Bitcoin Cash versus Bitcoin video. Let's talk about some of the differences. First, let's take a look at why this is rising. So 2,300 and rising, Bitcoin Cash eyes gains against Bitcoin. Bitcoin Cash has scaled to new heights today and looks solidly bid against its rival Bitcoin. As per CoinMarketCap, we see the new records of 2,500. Here it was 501, now the all-time high was 2,522. And we see here that meanwhile, week on week, Bitcoin Cash has appreciated 43%. So we've seen just incredible boosts lately in the Bitcoin Cash chart. It has really started to begin to close the gap against its rival Bitcoin. So that's really interesting to hear. So why do we think that it's spiking right now? Well, the investor community has been buying Bitcoin Cash on speculation that integration with payment processor BitPay would open the doors to more widespread adoption and boost its utility as a payment method. So that's what's going on, guys. BitPay is a card with which you can use cryptocurrencies much like you would use a debit card, and it looks like there's some speculation that Bitcoin Cash will be also added to this. So of course that will make Bitcoin Cash much more accessible and much more useful in everyday life with everyday purchases in stores or with online shopping. So that obviously will cause a coin's price to go up when people see how useful that coin is, and with the faster transaction speeds that Bitcoin Cash offers. So what is Bitcoin Cash? Those of you who don't know, Bitcoin Cash is a hard fork off of Bitcoin. So this last July, there was a lot of talk about Bitcoin as people saw the price of Bitcoin climbing. They were saying, hey, when a new block is created, it is limited to a size of 1 megabyte. This means that in comparison to something like Visa, which processes thousands of transfers a second, Bitcoin can only process a max of 6 to 8 transfers a second, meaning that the more and more Bitcoin gets used, the slower and slower it will become to send these transactions. And if I were to show you my transaction history, I still have pending payments from a few days ago, and they're still pending, waiting for confirmation from miners, waiting to go through because they're lower payments. So miners tend to preference higher transfers of Bitcoin because they make more money on the fees of higher transfers, where a smaller transfer is not necessarily preferenced due to the time that it would take to make that transfer, just because of the limitation from having that 6 to 8 transactions a second. So back in July, this was a lot of talk with Bitcoin's price then, and now Bitcoin with a price of over 18,000 a coin, there's a lot more transactions going on, and it's taking longer and longer for transactions to go through because of all the backup in the market. A lot of people thought the answer to this problem was going to be SegWit 2x, segregated witness, a way to split the transaction in half and having 2 separate blocks with 2 separate types of data, doubling the block size initially from 1 megabyte to 2 megabytes. A lot of people felt this wasn't the right way to go for Bitcoin, and Bitcoin supporters decided against SegWit 2x. Then a group of miners and Bitcoin supporters decided, you know what, let's make Bitcoin even better by hard forking off of it and creating something called Bitcoin Cash, where instead of having 1 megabyte per block, we have 8 megabytes per block, increasing the number of transactions per second and allowing these transactions to go through grew much faster. So that's what Bitcoin Cash is. It's a hard fork off of Bitcoin. The hard fork launched August 1st, 2017, so not too long ago, and was initially met with a lot of hesitation. There were a good number of people that decided to go through with it, transferring their Bitcoin over and letting that convert to Bitcoin Cash. But a lot of people decided that, you know what, we want to just stay the old traditional route, and look where that's got us. I know I'm not the happiest with Bitcoin transaction speed. It's slow, it's bulky, it costs a lot in fees if you want to send it quickly. It's great for larger purchases, but for smaller purchases, it's been really difficult to make those purchases. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm still a supporter of Bitcoin. I still think this next year we're going to see it go to the moon, but we cannot deny the fact that Bitcoin Cash does enable you to have a faster and cheaper transaction. So that's the main difference between Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin. Much faster transactions due to increased block size. And now we see more and more acceptance of Bitcoin Cash, and we cannot deny that it is starting to close the gap with Bitcoin, having this huge 43% appreciation in the last couple weeks. So Bitcoin Cash looking like it's here to stay and looking like it's going to be a huge competitor to Bitcoin in 2018. So keep your eyes open for that. Bitcoin Cash is here to stay. So with that, guys, let's go ahead and go over to our YouTube random comment picker. If you didn't know, I give away $10 worth of Bitcoin every single day. All you have to do to enter to win is subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications, like the video that you're watching right now, and be sure to comment a question with your Bitcoin address down below. Let's go ahead and see who today's winner is. I'm super thankful for all the support on the channel this last week. It has been incredible. Now over 400 subscribers and on our way to 1,000. That's our goal, is to get to 1,000 subscribers in the early months of 2018. All right, guys, let's look at today's winner, Anya Sai. Hey, I love your channel. Do you think Litecoin will reach $500 or is it a bubble? So much information every video. Thank you so much. You're so welcome, Anya. I do think Litecoin is going to hit $500. It is one of my top picks for 2018, and I'm just really excited for the future of Litecoin. It's something that I'm going to be investing in heavily and hoping to make some awesome gains here in 2018 with Litecoin. Let's head on over to our blockchain wallet to send you your Bitcoin. Thank you so much for entering to win today's giveaway. Super excited to send you this $10 worth of Bitcoin. Congrats on winning, Anya, and we're gonna of course customize that fee down to something more manageable. So here we have it, $10 US coming your way. Right here, 0.00056 Bitcoin right now is the current amount of Bitcoin for $10. Here you are. Let's send you your Bitcoin. Your transaction is being confirmed. Guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you learned something new. If you did learn something new, be sure to hit that like button down below and show your support for the channel. If you haven't yet, go ahead and hit that subscriber button right up here. Go ahead and turn on post notifications so that you can be sure to enter and to win Bitcoin in every single one of my videos, and comment a question with your Bitcoin address down below. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.